I want to go to now Shiry Sapir. And we met her a couple of weeks ago. She's been on the show out in Arizona. She's running for what's called the Superintendent of Public Instruction. It's basically to be the Secretary of the Department of Education in Arizona. It's the story in the Daily Mail the other day about they not only have said that parents are domestic terrorists for going to these to debating CRT and mask and all that at these school boards. Now they're actually doing surveillance. Shiry, tell us what's going on.
Yes, in the Scottsdale Unified School District, we actually have an active recall on some of the school board members because we have been fighting with them, of course, about the mandates and the woke curriculum. And one of the president, actually, of the school board sent an email to one of the mothers, but he didn't realize he sent a Google Drive that had a bunch of information. And when she looked it up, she found hundreds and hundreds of documents, including bankruptcy information, mortgage information, social security numbers, background checks, divorce decrees, pictures, screenshots of media posts by the parents, and about 50 of us are on that drive, and including some very incriminating, self-incriminating evidence. He had body camera actually on himself in the school board meetings. He hid himself under a helmet and kind of walked around and videoed us, and had a private investigator on the spot in the public school board meeting actually taking pictures of our plates, our car plates. So this is really disturbing. We were shocked to find out all that information. He obviously didn't realize what he was doing, but he gave us a gift.
Let me just understand this for our audience, particularly for our international audience. You guys are going to school boards to confront them about the teaching of CRT, about mask mandates, vaccine mandates, all these things that parents should be engaged in. And you're telling me the head of the school board actually started a surveillance program against the parents, including having things about the divorce records and all that, and had private investigators there taking pictures of you guys. Is that what we're to understand?
The president of the school board is a 26-year-old gentleman who lives with his parents, and him and his fathers compiled this information about the parents. They had a lot of they had a lot of problems with a lot of parents throughout the years. Some of the things that are so disturbing, one of the videos, he's actually videoing him looking through social media posts, and he says on one of the fathers, I wish Edmund would die. I will be so happy. I'll have a effing party. This is what he's saying. There's so much self-incriminating information on there that he, just handed to us. It's very disturbing. It's so vast.
It's okay. So we're going to put a big effort to get this information out. Where do you stand in the recall of him, and then where do you stand with your campaign running for to basically be the head of the Department of Education in Arizona?
Well, first of all, we are not going to wait for the recall. I called for an immediate resignation of himself and actually 2 other school board members and the superintendent of the school district, because they were CC'd on that email. They had the information, and they never came forth and never informed the parents that there was a digital dossier compiled about them. So he needs to resign, and he needs to resign immediately along with the other ones. As far as me running, this is exactly why I'm running. This is what we have right now in our schools. They are taking control over our children, but they're also attacking us. We're not on the same team anymore. So there's no point in keeping them in office when we're trying to protect and promote the well-being of our children. They're completely against us, even criminally so.
How can people follow your campaign? How can they follow you on social media?
My website is electshirysapir.com, SHIRYSAPIR, no E, I see I have an E there, and at Shiry Sapir on Twitter.
Shiry, thank you very much for joining us. We'll cover this intensely. It's quite outrageous.